Now, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Madals. Of course, this is the Foreign Hope Grand Finals. Nimbus is going to be the first map of the night and spawning down in the lower left-hand position. Representing Team Acer, she is the pink Zerg, none other than Scarlett. And his opponent, down to the lower right, the blue Terran, playing for Team Liquid. It's Bunny. Now, these two have played before. I am very much excited what's going to be coming down here. I'm hoping nothing crazy is going on with the mic, by the way. A couple of people are saying there's something weird going on. No, apparently it's all resolved itself, so that's good. Apologies for whatever happened there. But yeah, we are going into this game nice and steady. It's a best of 7, remember. I know I'm rooting for a 4-3. I'm hoping for it, definitely. Just to give you a little bit of feedback on terms of the servers and stuff like that. Obviously, Scarlett is playing from NA, and due to that, we will be switching the servers. So EU is this game, and then we switch every single time. NA to EU to EU to NA. So just to make sure that the lag is as equal as possible, no one has any major advantage or disadvantage. And ultimately, the reason for that is there's a lot of money on the line. First and second place between them are getting 75% of the $2,400 prize pool. And therefore, first place gets $1,200, second place gets $600. That's a good payday for these two, and therefore they're going to be wanting to do it. And more importantly than that, there's the title on the line. That you are the Foreign Hope. You are currently the best foreign player in the world right this second. That is a prestigious title that these two have worked very hard to get. Now, in terms of the opening, we've got a hatch first coming down from Scarlett into this spawning pool. So a very standard opening on a large map like this. Absolutely no issues with doing it. Otherwise, if we take a quick little look over to the bottom right, Bunny, he's just chilling pretty nice as well. He did go for that CC into the barracks. So again, a very economical opening from Bunny. And to be honest, that's not too crazy because Bunny opening with that CC first on other maps would be quite risky. On this map, it's not risky in the slightest because Nimbus is a great little map where you've got a base in your base, and also this wall off at the front is really safe. The debris just blocks it up, so just one barracks and one supply depot gives you a full wall. You're going to be very happy there. Bunny is playing this super greedy. Wow. Okay. He's gone CC into racks into a third command center. That is how bold he's going. Scarlett, of course, knows about the natural base, but what he doesn't know is, or what she doesn't know rather, is the third. So Scarlett, she might not be expecting just how aggressive in terms of economy Bunny's going and just how safe he's going to have to be playing this. He's following up with the 2 gas. Needs to do this because of the later start. And also this bunker coming down is absolutely essential. So interested to see what's going to be coming in from this. Couple of lings. Going to get a little scout. Not actually running up the ramp. Scarlett probably just right-clicked up this way. They don't run up the ramp by themselves, so a little bit silly. Sees the bunker. Now, Scarlett gets a good read from that bunker that, okay, why is my opponent being so safe? I know he's gone CC first, and this bunker isn't crazy, but getting a bunker down on Nimbus is, and this early, just kind of blindly without having seen anything, is also a little bit like, what's going on? Anyway, double gases from Scarlett. She is just teching up nicely. Not got much gas in the bank as of yet, so the big question is whether she starts up speed, whether she just gets down some roaches early, goes for a roach bane bust, maybe expecting Bunny to be very greedy. Another little giveaway to Scarlett or what she saw is that there wasn't a factory or anything coming down, so maybe thinking, okay, I know it was a CC first, but what else are you doing with this? What's coming through? Lair timing is coming down. This is before the Zergling speed for Scarlett, so she is really gunning towards getting a good tech advantage. No third base yet, so not crazy late, but up against the incredibly early third command center from Bunny, that's going to start hurting economically unless Scarlett's got something else planned, and to be honest, I think she has, because there is a double extractor coming on through, so this is going to be a very tech heavy play. Could even be 2 base Mutalisks. Nimbus does have quite a lot of dead space down here that you can try and come into this main, try and harass a bit, especially since Bunny has been so greedy. He's not going to have really many Marines out on the field. Otherwise, creep spread just spreading forward quite nicely at the moment. Scarlett not doing anything insane as of yet. Although here it comes, the Spire. Now, it's not actually going to be a 2-base meter play because obviously there's a third hatch coming on through. But the wheels were set in motion before that third hatch came down, so it sort of is. She's going to transition out of it, though, should be fine. Now, what does Bunny have in order to defend this? Well, he's getting the 1-1 upgrades down, which of course means he's got engineering base, so he can build missile turrets. But that's only if he scouts it, and for the moment he has next to no vision. He knows there's some creep spread here, and a pair of queens just forcing away the Hellion. Not much in the way of information, not much in the way of being able to deal with this. Good scan comes down, doesn't see the Spire though. Oh my goodness, such money placement there by Scarlett. Not seeing that Spire is actually massive, because now Scarlett maintains that element of surprise. Incredibly important. I realize I didn't update to say a best of 7, so I have updated the scoreboard there, sorry for that. But yeah, third hatch now up for Scarlett. She's adding in the 1-1 missile attack upgrades. Oh, what Scarlett got planned. I saw a couple of people talking in the chat earlier that they would absolutely love to see a massive swarm host versus mech style play. So it'll be interesting to see if we do get that. With the roach one coming down, maybe we're not going to be seeing it. Just a couple of roaches out in case these Hellions are being too irritating. But most importantly, down come the Mutalisks. Over on Bunny's side, his 1-1 upgrades are about half done. He doesn't have any missile charge yet, but in they go now. Bunny realizing that, hang on, that third base was quite late. I don't really see anything on the field. What are you doing, Scarlett? Bunny has got that star sense tingling nicely, aware that something a little bit freaky might be going on. And he's right. These 2 missile turrets are going to be so important for him. Really helps keep this natural base safe. His marine count isn't crazy high, but that's fine. He's got the missile turrets. That's the most important thing. Scarlett sees them. Going to look to see if there's any other angle to attack from, any other way to just start pushing in and getting the damage through. Edging on now with these Mutalisks. Should be able to pick off, picks off the SCV building that barracks, which is always nice. Going to be getting a couple of SCV kills just as the Mutalisks are being used very, very cautiously. Scarlett also going to move down towards this third. Knows it's up and running, so we'll just be trying to get worker kills wherever possible. 4 SCVs killed for absolutely nothing, and also that's first blood in this game with those 4 worker kills, so a very, very passive opening from both of these 2 players. Infestation Pit has just finished up. So I'm excited to see what's going to be coming down from this. If it's just going to be for the hive, if it's going to be for some sneaky swarm host action, maybe some infestors. Of course, these Hellions being a bit more active out on the map, they've got to be careful. No marine support for those, and that means a couple will get picked off. Scarlett obviously still not losing any resources yet this game. Going to be very happy about that. Roaches getting pumped out. A couple of Hydralisks maybe gracing us with their presence shortly, with obviously the Hydroden finish and double upgrades coming through for those. But first, Bunny is going to be edging on forward, looking to try and get a little bit of damage down. Pitching out this creep spread, doesn't want it going too much further forward. 4th base could also be running into some problems. Now, if memory serves, when these 2 actually met in the main event, in the group stage, Nimbus, they had an incredible map on it. It was actually the map, the final map, the Bunny was able to beat Scarlett on. And it was an epic, hugely long game, and that was pretty crazy to see going on. Now, with the hive coming on through, this is going to open up some more tech. Oh, the Mutalisks have got to be careful. 2 of them getting taken down, another getting very low. Of course, it is Mutalisks, though, so they heal up nice and quick. But 2 Mutalisks again picked off. That is a very, very nice snipe for Bunny there. Scarlett moving through with some roaches. These are 1-1 roaches with roach speed. No burrow tech, though. So that's not a complete commitment. Of course, there are the Hydralisks coming out behind it as well. Quick little scan now from Bunny. He wants to know exactly what's going on. He's busy adding in a couple of bunkers, just about making sure that he's in a nice secure position now that he actually sees more of those roaches out on the field. Scarlett making sure that she's nice and safe at this 4th base. 4 spines coming up should give a pretty good position in terms of dealing with any drops. Note another little hit squad of Marines just edging on forward. Don't want to allow this creep to keep moving on forward, because that's where you can start running into problems. If you've got that creep spread getting ever so close to your base, it makes it difficult for a Terran player to move out to really get any great avenue of attack or angle. Also want to point out that Scarlett has cut the Mutalisk production. He only made those initial ones to deal a little bit of damage. Hasn't been making any more, hasn't been investing in air upgrades, but instead spending the gas in the Roach Hydra Viper composition. Now, generally speaking, it's not something that you always see up against a bioing Terran. So I'm excited to find out what is actually going to happen here in terms of Scarlett's engagement. Consuming up some energy on those Vipers now. Bunny deciding against taking the engagement as of yet. Edges forward again. Going to lose one Hellbat. And again, Scarlett just demonstrating good control. Not overcommitting to any engagement, but just poking and prodding and being a bit irritating. The Thor just getting a little boost out there. Little helping hand to get through. Otherwise, Great Aspire. About 2/3 done at the moment for our Zerg player. Scarlett, if she gets out those Broodlords, it's going to be quite scary times, but it takes a while to get them. In come the Vipers now. Blinding Cloud's going to be very useful up against these Marines, forcing them to push in and engage. But there's just so much infantry. It's 2-2 infantry as well. With Stim, Scarlett loses a heck of a lot of units now, having to back away. This is going to open up the 4th base for Bunny as he moves up the ramp, getting some good DPS out. Of course, the Spines, they poke a bit, but not doing that much in all honesty against Stim Bio with medevac support. Scarlett coming in from behind, trying to dish out a little bit more damage. Gonna lose that 4th regardless though. Overall in supplies, Bunny is down a little to Scarlett, who's resupplying incredibly quickly. She throws down another Blinding Cloud. And even though the trade wasn't particularly cost efficient, what it was able to do was eventually overwhelm. The biggest problem though for Scarlett is the Bunny took down the 4th base. So that now means that Scarlett is on equal bases. She's got to remake that. Bunny's already ahead in getting that 4th command center down. Their upgrades are staying equal, which is nice for Scarlett. But she's lost that 4th, lost a lot of valuable income, specifically these 2 Vespian geysers. So why are those Vespian geysers so important? It's because Broodlords are coming, ladies and gentlemen. The Great Aspire is now finished. Corruptors on their way out. For the moment, Bunny has not seen this. He does not know anything about this. Hasn't even seen the fact that the Hive is coming. You can probably assume it just by the fact that we're nearly 17 minutes into this game. But it's still very tough. These Mutalisks getting sacrificed for the cause, freeing up a bit more supply. Add in a couple more Hydras, the 3-3 upgrades for both sides, very similar. A very small advantage for Bunny in terms of the timing there, but highly unlikely that it will actually lead into something happening. So checking around, more Roaches, more Hydralisks, first few Broodlords morphing in. Okay, just a couple of medevacs boosting on down here. I love the way the new game heart shows you any drops getting loaded up on the minimap. Really makes it easy to spot those as an observer. So, the Vipers in position. The Broodlords, where are you Broodlords? There's 3 of them morphing. They're down here, they're going to assault the natural base. Does this leave Scarlett too exposed by her 4th again? Bunny this time moving up, cleaning out some of this creep spread, some good scans, gets a good read on where the army positioning is. These Vipers need to get sensational Blinding Clouds. Add in the fact there's a couple of tanks here for Bunny this time, which there weren't last. It's going to be a much harder engage. Still, we see Bunny taking that fight. The good Blinding Cloud going to stop some of this, but meanwhile, a counter from these Broodlords. Slowly pushing on through. The 4th base running into some problems though. Scarlett trying to engage this bio. The tank line at the back dealing a lot of damage. One gets hit by a Blinding Cloud to make it unable to attack, but does Scarlett have enough to hold this? It looks like yes she does. The Broodlords here as well going to really be helping. Of course the Broodlings make the siege tanks shell their own units. Never too much fun. Otherwise, double starports on their way out now for Bunny. Going to be trying to combat those Broodlords by utilizing a lot of Vikings. Potentially really late game will look to go into the Ravens as well, get those Seeker missile hits, but this is still going to take time. This is a really cute move as well. You can't actually see it. I don't know where it's hiding. It's actually inside the Orbit Command. But there was an Overlord there generating some creep spread. So that's going to delay that natural getting retaken for a bit from Bunny. More Broodlords morphing on in. We're currently up at 5 Broodlords with a 6th on its way. Very scary composition here from Scarlett. Bunny has got a decent group of siege tanks. He's currently sitting up at 7, although 4 of them are over on this right-hand side, not really doing too much. Scarlett now adding in 5th base. Bunny also adding in, or starting his 5th command center. Very, very interesting dynamic coming through here with the Roach Hydra Broodlord up against the Bio tank composition. The Broodlords, of course, prevent the tanks from being able to siege up. The Broodlings would cause them to attack themselves or attack Bunny's own units, so that would be a bit of a problem. Waiting to see, though, where these two go. Just a couple more Broodlords. Ever so gently chipping away. The Vikings are getting further forward. One of them gets abducted Of course, taking out those Vikings with the Hydralisks are going to mean that this is just a bit safer. Meanwhile, a drop for Bunny will take out, or at least force the cancel of that 5th base. So, denying a bit of the economy from Scarlett. Scarlett, though, taking a trade here. Scan from Bunny. He's feeling brave. Sieges up those tanks despite the Broodlords. But there's just a lot of infantry here. Those Broodlords not going to be lasting very long in the slightest. They get annihilated by these 3-3 infantry and the Vikings. The Vikings and the infantry still moving forward. All the siege tanks were able to stay alive. Scarlett running into some problems right now. The drop coming to join the main force. And the 4th base of Scarlett is looking to be in severe difficulties. This tank line is keeping the south flank safe. Down goes that 4th, and Bunny is now a base up over the Zerg opponent. Pushing on forward, these tanks now unsieged up against the Roaches. A lot of damage being done. Scarlett's Roach army is getting taken down. And there is the GG, ladies and gentlemen. And Bunny will take game number 1 of this best of 7.